Hey music community, I am back with my current listening series. I believe this is number 3. So this series I just review 4 or 5 albums. I do like a pretty short review on each album. I don't think I'm as skilled at this as Jeff Kempen or Tommy Burton has one coming out like every day. So I do what I can. I'm still working on this, but I like doing these because it forces me to think about, what I'm listening to and like what emotions I'm experiencing while listening to an album. So the first one I have, and someone requested me to review this album. It's Gene Clark's, his album with the Gosden Brothers. And this was originally released, I'm filming at night, so that's why you see this background again. It's pretty boring, I know, but it's the best light over here in the basement, so hence why I'm doing it here. Anyway, this album came out in 1967. In my opinion, Gene Clark is a musical pioneer. There's country rock on this before Sweetheart of the Rodeo came out. So I think this album was also overlooked because it was released the same week as Younger Than Yesterday from the Byrds. And Gene Clark, left the group. And this is his first album he released after leaving the group. He writes all the songs on this album. Well, he collaborates with Bill Reinhardt. I have the Sundays edition here where they add 3 extra tracks. I think one is a cover, but on the original issue, he writes all the songs. Just a genius. I love the vulnerability of Gene Clark. To me, he's a very soulful and emotive singer. There's a lot of good songs on here. Again, I think this album was overlooked. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. I'm kind of cheating a little bit. So, from the Byrds, there's also Chris Hillman and Michael Clark. They play on this album, as well as future Byrd Clarence White. Clarence White contributes some amazing guitar work on this album. Man, he was an awesome guitarist, I'm sure y'all know. And then, of course, the Gosden Brothers provide backing vocals on this album. There's a lot of different styles on this album. There's psych, there's folk, there's country, there's rock. Little bit of something for everyone on here. They really kick it up a notch on the second side. There's some more upbeat tunes. Elevator Operator, that is a really fun song. Probably my favorite songs on here are So You Say You Lost Your Baby. There's actually a demo of that as a bonus track on here, which I love. It's like a stripped down acoustic version. I also love Echoes, which has some beautiful arrangements. What else? Oh, Is Yours Is Mine. That's another favorite. So again, I think this is a really underrated, overlooked album just because of the week it came out and that particular time, because the Byrds kind of, overshadowed this. And some people think his later albums are better. Yeah, I have Roadmaster. I really like that album, but this, you got to get this. There's some jangle guitar in this too. It's just good stuff. So, and again, like I said, some country rock on here before Sweetheart of the Rodeo. So check this out. Okay, next, I'm going to show a CD. And it's one I've been listening to quite a bit lately. It's Fountains of Wayne, their debut album. This one came out in 1996, I believe. Yep, just double checking there. Oh my gosh, there's hooks on this album for days. It's so catchy. It's power pop, kind of in the vein of Weezer and They Might Be Giants and the Rembrandts. If you can think of those 90s bands, that's kind of, I guess, what their sound is. Even a little bit of Marshall Crenshaw's first power pop album. I can definitely sense some of that in here. I love this album. So the 2 primary songwriters are Chris Collingwood and Adam Schlesinger. And the drummer from the Posies is on here as well, Brian Young. You can definitely sense the influence of the Beach Boys on this album. Just great harmonies. Yeah, you just get a sense of Brian Wilson coming through their music. And the first 3 songs on here are just like what a punch for an album, to get you into an album. Radiation Vibe. You guys probably have heard Sink to the Bottom and Please Don't Rock Me Tonight. Those are on here. Those were kind of big singles for them, I think. I love Joe Ray, Survival Car, Sick Day, like I said. If you like storytelling songs that are kind of silly and goofy, there's a few on here, like Leave the Biker. That song always cracks me up. And then, yeah, like I said, Everything's Ruined. That's more of a ballad song at the end. So there's like storytelling kind of like songs you would hear or that remind you of your adolescence, but there's also a couple of serious like storytelling songs on here. This album is wonderful to me. It's one of the best debuts of the 90s, I would say. It's high on my list. So I think there's a vinyl reissue of this, but I just have the CD to show. So Irresistible Power Pop from the 90s right here, Fountains of Wayne. All right, time to show some more vinyl. I'm going to review, I just decided to pick a random CCR record, and I chose Green River. Yeah, this is one from 1969. I believe they released 2 albums in 1969. There's really no filler on this album, except for maybe the last track, which is a cover, The Nighttime is the Right Time. I wasn't too thrilled with that song. But this album clocks in, I think, at 20 or 29 minutes. So it's a pretty short listen, but so many good tracks on here. It's their 3rd album. Like I said, 1969. I've got their first 5 albums, and man, Fogerty was on a run. He was like cranking out the tunes, brilliant songwriter, brilliant guitarist. He's up there as one of my favorites from that era for sure. So this is just like excellent roots rock, Americana, not really psych, which a lot of music was psych at that time. So this is more just your authentic rock and roll. You can tell the band are tighter on this album. There's really great musicianship. The songs don't run too long. Like on some of their previous albums, they have some songs that go like 7 or 9 minutes. No, I think the longest song on here clocks in at like under 5 minutes. So, and there's a lot of like darker songs, more melancholy in the lyrics on this album, such as Bad Moon Rising, which was a big hit off of here, Tombstone Shadow, and Lodi. Lodi is one of my favorite songs. You know, it's just Fogerty kind of sensing that his best years are behind him. So he's singing about being stuck kind of in a rut with his music, and, you know, the crowd's being drunk and not really listening to him. So it is kind of sad. As I mentioned before, it's just an authentic rock and roll album from that era. One of the best, probably from 1969. If I ever did like a top 10 list, this would be on there. Favorite songs on here: Green River, which you guys have probably heard, Bad Moon Rising, Lodi. And I really like the song, Wrote a Song for Everyone, which is the last track on side 1. Excellent tracks on here. Really the only one I wasn't thrilled about was their cover of The Nighttime is the Right Time. This is a very solid album, if you haven't heard it. From CCR. All right, the last one is a CD. When I do these videos from now on, I'm going to try to showcase at least one female artist in each of my review videos, just to give females some props, because I don't think they're well represented in the VC quite yet. So this is her 2nd album, Back to Me. This was released in 2005. This was actually my introduction to her. Kathleen Edwards can be classified in the alternative country genre, alt country. She's kind of folky, storytelling songwriter. A lot of introspective songs on here. I like her songwriting a lot. A couple of songs were featured in the movie Elizabethtown. I don't know if you guys ever saw that. I think Summer Long was in there, and maybe What Are You Waiting For? So that might be where I first heard her. I also love the fact that she references The Who's Tommy on her song Pink Emerson Radio. I think that gave her extra points in my book. But yeah, there's a lot of just great slide guitar playing on here from Colin Cripps. I saw her on tour when she opened for Amy Mann back in California. When I lived in Modesto in 2006, I saw her play at the Robert Mondavi Winery, which is kind of in Napa County, if I remember, but she was excellent. She was an excellent opening act. Just kind of blew the crowd away because nobody was really familiar with her, even though this was her 2nd album. but she just put on a great performance. And some of my favorite songs on here are Back to Me, Old Time's Sake, Summer Long, What Are You Waiting For, Away. Away is like an acoustic track, pretty deep song. And then my favorite song on here is Copied Keys. And I don't think I can put a needle drop or a sound clip in here because I looked on the YouTube policy dealie. And most of the songs that I typed in said like they're only, or they'll be banned in the United States and Canada. So I was like, okay, I better not even try. So, but if you want to sample her, try Copied Keys from this album. That's my favorite track on here. Unfortunately, she kind of quit music, or I don't want to say quit music, but she hasn't made an album since like 2012 because she wanted to start her own coffee shop up in Canada. She's from Canada. So she started that, and occasionally she tours. I think she's going to be going on tour this spring or summer, opening for somebody, but she hasn't recorded an album since her last one, Voyager, came out in 2012. I really want her to come back. I think you guys should check her out. You might like her. Kathleen Edwards, Back to Me. That's it. That's my short review session. If you guys like this series, can you just please let me know with like a thumbs up, or please leave me comments. Let me know if I should continue this series. I don't know. I'm trying to kind of hone my skills on the reviews, so I'm doing my best. It's kind of hard to express my thoughts about an album, but I think I'm getting a little better as I do this more. So that's it. Next I'm going to show you some VCLT I got from my friend Joey Rivers. I filmed that video earlier today. So have a look right here, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye. Hey you guys. So Chris just came home with this huge package from the post office. I did break the seal on it, but let me just hold this up and show you guys because this is absolute insanity. Do you freaking see how big this box is? Oh. So this is from my friend Joey. He's a friend that I met from the Facebook vinyl community group. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through this huge box, you guys. So like I said, I did break the seal on it to save time. Okay, looks like he sent me a note, so I'm gonna read this. It says, "Greetings, sorry about the sloppy handwriting. Your videos and taste in music is close to mine, which means it's awesome. Hannah, your opinions and tastes are always well-rounded, and I enjoy the way they are well thought out. Since you started in the VC, you seem to be having fun and appreciating the other members. Like you said, the VC offers music, I think music fans with, sorry, I can't read that word. Sorry, Joey, I'm having trouble with it. Like-minded people. I live in Cleveland, and you would think that there are tons of music heads all over, but it's still hard to find people who want to have conversations about music and vinyl. I definitely know what you're talking about there. Hannah, in this box, I included a bunch of CDs which were sitting in a box ready to be listened to. Just some CDs that I wanted to pass on to someone who may enjoy more than I do. So if you have some of these already, then pass on if so inclined. Laughing out loud. The real surprise of the box are 2 records labeled 1 and 2. Open them in any order. Hope you'll get a kick out of them. Sorry about the handwriting. You bring light to great bands, women, music, opinions. Keep up the great videos, and just a token to say thanks. Joey from Facebook." Goodness. Oh, looks like there's some posters in here. Let's start with these. Ooh, Savoy Brown. This is a really cool looking poster. Whiskey A Go Go. Look at that. Wow. Sweet. Be careful, setting these down. Oh, here's another one. Albert King with Evergreen Blue Shoes from 1968. I love the look of these posters. Kind of like psychedelic. That is really neat. Wow. I have to film. I have to hang up several other posters. Hopefully I can find space for them all. I know I need to get Bill's Who poster that he sent me from the Vinylverse, still framed, but I'm getting that. What is this in here? packing stuff. Cool. Oh, look at that. This is a good idea for when you're packing stuff. You put these little swimming pool noodle things in there. Good idea. Stiffeners. This one says first, so I'm going to open that first. Wow. I have an idea of one of these, what one of these may be. Oh, this is it. Oh my gosh. This is a Grail record. Oh my gosh. This is the one I kind of knew. It's Repercussion from the DVs. Wow. Guys, look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So a little story to go with this is I was going to bid on this record. There's a group that Bill at the Vinylverse told me about on Facebook where you can bid on albums, and I forget what it's called now. Anyway, I joined, and he told me about this, so I thought I would place a bid in, and Joey saw that I bid on that, and he was like, no, Murphy's Law, don't do that. And I had no idea what I was talking about, to be honest with you. Now I do, because, you know, he's gonna send me it. This is on Albion, just like Stands for Decibels is. I have Stands for Decibels on vinyl. Oh my gosh. So this is their second album, and I'm a huge DBs fan. They made my top 20 list. This is like an excellent shape. Oh my gosh. Huge fan of Chris Stamey and Peter Holsapple, as I've mentioned before. Let's look at the vinyl here. Whoa. I don't know if you guys can even see that. Oh my gosh. This looks, I want to say like near mint. Thank you, Joey. Thank you. Yeah, this is a Grail record because I've been looking for this and I was going to have to resort to buying it online, obviously. I'm so stoked. Unbelievable. Thank you. I'm gonna set this down carefully. Okay. Whoa, looks like there's tons of CDs at the bottom of the box there. Okay. Another stiffener. Let's go on to this second one right here. This is all packaged very well. More stickers. What's this? Ooh, Super Chunk. Oh my gosh. You guys. Whoa, this is a 3 LP reissue. Super Chunk. Cup of Sand. I saw this at the record store the other day and I was really curious. It's a vinyl debut of their 2003 compilation of singles, B-sides, and rarities. Features 3 extra tracks with accompanying song notes on Merge Records. Oh, Super Chunk are an awesome 90s band. Wow. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me with this? It's a sealed 3 LP reissue. This is, oh my gosh. I don't know if you can see any of that. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I love my 90s music, what can I say? I'm a huge fan of the 90s. This is unbelievable. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, I can't believe there's even more in here. My gosh, there's tons of CDs in here. Sorry, you guys, this is probably gonna be a long video. Oh, it looks like there's a bag in here as well. My Mind's Eye Records. I like this. That's cool. Can always use another bag. Okay, oh my goodness, this is gonna take a while to go through. I'm just gonna show them kind of quickly. I've never heard of this one. Poster Children, Junior Citizen. The Long Winters, I have heard of them. Are they kind of like an indie group? This is from 2006. Male Bonding, Nothing Hurts. Oops, Hang on, that one was stuck together. On Sub Pop from 2010. Love the Sub Pop label. Dead Man Shake, Grandpa Boy. 2003, Fat Possum Records. Cool. Oh, there's so many CDs in here. The Von Bondies, I have heard of them. This one's called Pawn Shop Heart. 2003. $50,000 BC, Shudder to Think. I have heard of Shudder to Think. This one's from 97. Cool. All right. Wow. Cool, Cat Power. I love Cat Power. I don't have this one. I think I have, oh, I can't even think of the name of the album I have, but it's from like 96. Has a picture of like a girl on it. This is from 2003. This is supposed to be a really good one. You Are Free. I love Chan Marshall. Yeah. The Color Bars, Making Playthings. Looks like this is a compilation. Ooh, Material Issues on here. Shonen Knife, BMX Bandits. Wonderments. Nice. Let me show you. You see that? Bitter Honey, a solo record by Yves Barzilay of Clem Snide. I've heard of Clem Snide. Wow, that's sealed. Some of these are sealed. Steve Wynn. Wow. Now he's from Dream Syndicate, right? I've never heard of his solo material. Early Mart, nice. I haven't heard from them in a while. That's from 2004. Corner Shop, nice. When I Was Born for the 7th time. Corner Shop. My goodness, it just keeps going. This is way too much. Survival Sickness, The International Noise Conspiracy. Again, I've heard of a lot of these. Oh, Flipper, no way. Flipper. I know Steve Carlson is a fan of them. This is really cool. It says California's seminal punk rock band 1982 debut album. Features the classic single Sex Bomb. I have heard of their stuff and I like them. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Another Early Mart. Cool. Okay. This is one I wanted to hear for a while and I actually haven't sampled it yet. But it's Tago Mago from Can. Some krautrock right there. Very cool. The Sundays, I love the Sundays. I don't have this one. This is Blind. My goodness. The Lovely Feathers, Fantasy of the Lot from 2009. Let me know if you guys have heard of any of these. The Fastbacks, I think they might be kind of power pop. That's from 93. Awesome. Folk Implosion. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think Lou Barlow is in this band from Sebadoh. I could be wrong. Nice. Oh my gosh. Peter Gabriel, Us. Sweet. Look, there's even 2 cassettes in here. Okay, these are the last 2. The Zombies Begin Here. Love the Zombies. Is that even gonna focus? Ooh, Red Cross, A Peek into Show World. Looks like it's a single. It has Stoned, Teen Competition, and Jimmy's Fantasy on it. Oh, cool. Wow. Are you kidding me right now with all these? These are gonna keep me busy for quite some time. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna try to do some album reviews on some of these, I'm sure, so stay tuned for that. Wow, Joey, thank you so much. This package is incredible. You guys send me the best stuff. And the note was awesome. Don't even know what to say. Love music, love the vinyl community. Thank you guys, and I'll talk to you later.